Welcome to the Magic Lantern. Today, we're following Kai, a boy who thought solving problems was always the right answer, until he discovers a mysterious curse where every fix leads to an even bigger disaster. As Kai races to unravel the truth behind the Domino Curse, he must learn to think differently or risk losing everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be giving away a special prize to one lucky subscriber soon. Now, let's light the lantern and begin the story. Kai had never believed in curses. He believed in hard work, problem solving, and fixing things with his own two hands. So when the elders of his village whispered about the Domino Curse, a legend passed down for generations, he laughed it off. But the day he tried to fix the broken town fountain, everything changed. It had been a small crack in the stone base, nothing more than a simple repair job. Kai patched it up easily, proud of his handiwork. But that night, a great storm rolled in, and by morning the village's river had flooded its banks, submerging the lower roads. Coincidence, Kai muttered. He refused to believe that fixing one thing had led to something worse. But then it happened again. A week later, the old bridge leading out of town collapsed after years of wear. Determined to help, Kai led the repair efforts. He and a team of villagers worked tirelessly, reinforcing the wooden beams, laying new planks, and sealing every crack. The bridge was stronger than ever. The very next day, the villagers woke up to something inexplicable. None of them could remember how to swim. Every memory of swimming lessons, every instinct about staying afloat, gone. Even Kai himself, who had spent summers diving into the lake as a child, felt the panic of realizing he no longer knew how to stay above water. The Domino Curse. Kai still refused to believe it. It wasn't possible. A curse like that would mean every solution came with a worse consequence. It was too random, too cruel. But then the third disaster struck. While traveling outside the village, Kai found a lost traveler. The man was cold, hungry, and disoriented. Kai offered him food and directions back to his village. It was the right thing to do. That night, the traveler's village vanished. No sign of it remained, just an empty field where homes and streets had been. The entire town had been erased from existence. Kai's stomach turned. The elders found him that night. "Now you understand," they said gravely. "The curse does not punish. It balances." Kai's mind raced. If fixing a fountain led to flooding, if rebuilding a bridge erased swimming, if saving a traveler made a village disappear, what was the pattern? He had to find out. Kai set out to find the origin of the curse. If it had happened before, surely there were records. He scoured the village archives, searching through old scrolls, faded maps, and records written in shaky ink. At first, it seemed useless. Every previous account of the curse had the same pattern. Someone solved a problem, and something worse replaced it. But why? Then Kai found something different. An entry, written over 100 years ago, described the first recorded event. The village well had run dry. In desperation, the people dug deeper and struck an underground spring. The water returned, but from that day on, the stars above never moved again. Night after night, they remained frozen in the sky, as if time itself had paid the price for our water. Kai's pulse quickened. This wasn't random. Every fix had a cost, but the cost was connected to the nature of the solution. Fixing a fountain, the river floods. Repairing a bridge, the people lose swimming, a balance of water safety. Saving a lost traveler, his entire village disappears. As if he was never lost to begin with. It was a trade, but what was the rule? Determined to understand, Kai decided to trigger the curse on purpose. He found something small, a rickety wooden stool in the town square, its leg barrel, while holding together. If the pattern held, fixing it would break something else made of wood. He mended the stool. That night, a merchant's wooden cart broke apart on its way into town, its wheels shattering on the road. Kai nodded to himself. The curse was logical. It followed patterns of cause and effect. Now he needed to know how to break it. Kai approached the elders with his discovery. If every solution demands a cost, then the only way to stop the curse is to not fix anything at all. The elders nodded solemnly. "But can you accept imperfection?" Kai hesitated. His whole life, he had believed in fixing problems. He wasn't the kind of person who could stand by and let things remain broken. But what if some things weren't meant to be fixed? He decided to try. For a full week, Kai ignored every problem he saw. The fountain leaked again. He let it be. The bridge grew weak. He stepped around the cracks. A traveler asked for help. He gave only advice, no actions. At first, it felt wrong, but then something strange happened. The fountain stopped leaking on its own. The bridge settled naturally. The traveler found their way home without disappearing. The curse only activated when Kai intervened. By stepping back and allowing things to correct themselves, the pattern broke. The elders smiled. "You have learned balance." Kai realized then that not every problem needed to be solved right away. Some things needed time, some things needed patience, and some things worked themselves out. He didn't stop fixing things entirely, but he thought differently before acting. Instead of immediately jumping in, he asked himself, "Is this something that will naturally resolve, or does it truly need my help?" And with that, the domino curse ended. Not because the world had changed, but because Kai had. Thank you for joining us on this magical journey in the Domino Curse. If you enjoyed Kai's adventure, please like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow storytellers. And remember, a special prize will be given to a subscriber soon, so make sure you're subscribed for a chance to win. Follow us on Facebook, linked in the description, and let us know in the comments. If you had to break the domino curse, what would you do? Until next time, keep exploring, because sometimes the smartest choice isn't to fix what's broken, but to understand why it broke in the first place.